Hello, welcome back to my kitchen at Rita's Roost and the Quilted Chicken Farm. Well, it's kind of a rainy Sunday afternoon here, and I need to clean up my kitchen just a little bit. But you know what? I think I'm going to put just a little simple cake in the oven, and then I'll do a little tidying up. Tidy it up and mess it up, and tidy it up and mess it up. Is that the way it is in your kitchen? You do something and then it's messed up again. You do something, you mess it up again, and it never really gets totally all cleaned up. But what? This is a vintage recipe. I'll quit rattling on and tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to make a fruit cocktail cake. It's been a long time since I've made one of these, but I've made one before. Now, this can of fruit cocktail is extra cherry, so I think my husband will like that really well. So, do we get started? I think we do. This is a vintage fruit cocktail cake. We're going to put a cup of flour and a cup of sugar. We're going to put a teaspoon of baking soda. And we're going to put 1 egg. I'll break my egg into a little bowl to make sure it's good. And let's see, I'm going to put the fruit cocktail, but I tell you what, let's just kind of mix this up a little bit. Just a little. I probably want to do it by hand. Oh, I know, one more thing. We want a teaspoon of vanilla. And if y'all watch my silly videos, this is my vanilla with my vanilla beans in it. It is. It's vanilla flavoring. You guys can make your own too. Alright, now let's mix this again. Let's try again. Let's go again. I preheated the oven to 350. Let me get them lumps of sugar. If you watch me, you know my sugar has been stored a while and it's kind of got some hard chunks in it. Well, let me get me a spoon. I'll just try a little different here. Because I'm not sure how the beater is going to work on this chunky fruit, but we're going to open this. Let's see. I'm not going to drain it. I'm just going to put it all in there. And let's see. Let me just stir it up here. It's afternoon, but I just heard that rooster crow, didn't you? There, that's mixed up. Now, I've got this little pan. I don't know what size you'd call that, but it's not very big. You could do a little loaf pan or some other size that you needed. Don't want to get it too big. So I'm going to spray it. Move that. Now I'm going to pour this in there. There's my batter. There's my little pan. Probably, I might could have used a bigger pan. These were my new dishes I got for my birthday, so I've been using them a lot. And on top of that, I'm going to sprinkle 1/2 cup of brown sugar. Not sure if it needs that much or not. I'm just following the recipe. You know what? I don't think I'm going to put all that brown sugar. I put about 1/2 of it. That looks like enough. Now I'm going to put it in the oven for about 50 minutes. I'm going to watch it and we're going to see. And I'll clean up some of this mess. And we'll come back in a little bit and we'll see how this cake is. I like sugar. Did I put the rest of it? Oh, yeah, why not? I just have to get my thing out and put it back in the container, and I don't want to do that. Alright, into the oven. I'll be back in about an hour. Here's my cake. Don't it look good? I think it looks real good. And I've had it out just for a minute or two. And I'll cut us a piece. Let me pour me some milk. I'm going to have a little cup of milk and a little bit of cake. I'm going to try it for us. I don't know how many years it's been since I've made one of these cakes. It's been a long time. Because I'm kind of vintage. I've made a lot of stuff through the years. Some of it I've made a bunch of times. And sometimes I don't make it all the time. Have I got me a fork? And I'm gonna loosen it from the edge. It's a little sticky, don't it? I don't have, yes I do have a fork. When it was still in the oven, I had poked it when it was still in the oven to see what I thought it was going to be like. And it's not going to have any kind of frosting or glaze, because it's got all that brown sugar on the top of it. Ooh. I love brown sugar, don't you? Well, there's kind of that's what it looks like. It's kind of going to be a little ooey gooey, just a little bit. We'll call it a vintage ooey gooey fruit cocktail cake. I've got to let it cool. Y'all know me, I dig in too quick sometimes and it's still hot. I blow on it like I do for my little granddaughters. Got to blow on it. It's still pretty warm. But you know what? I think this cake's would probably taste better warm than cold, maybe. You know, a little bit of Cool Whip would be good on it, but we're just going to eat it plain. If it cools off enough to get a bite, just a little bite. I got a bite of fruit. And that brown sugar is kind of caramelized. Got a little bit of the cake batter. This is good. Better below again. There's a piece of that cherry that was in the can of fruit cocktail. Now, how easy was this cake to make? You know, if you got grandkids, I think I'll make this someday with the grandkids, because it's just easy enough. I think they could do it. And hot. I'm going to eat all that. I won't make you sit here and watch me eat it. Cup of coffee would be good with that too. Do I eat one more bite for you? You think? I tell you, you guys need to go see if you've got a can of fruit cocktail on your pantry shelf and you make this. Cup of flour, cup of sugar, can of fruit cocktail, a teaspoon of baking soda, and vanilla, and 1 egg. That's all it took. Alright. I don't know why I hadn't made this in a long time. I guess I just don't think. Sometimes I just forget what's good and what's not good. I'll see y'all later. I encourage you to try this little simple recipe. Things don't have to be hard to be good. Bye. Love y'all.